Well, I thought our guys really battled in this game. There were just certain things that were impossible to overcome. A 27 free throw differential is one, and a 17 foul differential is the other. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. I want to start with just Pascal. We've talked a lot about
He was great.
Yeah.
Yep, he's great. You know, anytime we were struggling to create shots, he was great. He created something. He got to the paint, kicked it out, got it in the basket, got an and one. So he was tremendous.
What I think I want to ask about Aaron, because he obviously took that shot from Reddish. It seemed like he was tripped up on that for a while. Did he come out of that okay physically? And obviously it seemed like he put some, a pretty solid physical job defending.
I'm concerned.
What's that?
I'm concerned, but we won't know till tomorrow.
Doug McDermott is another guy that got going today, with 4 threes, and just how nice is that to see him make some shots? How important can he be, going forward to have, a guy like that can create some gravity and knock down some shots?
It helps our pace game and our spacing game, and obviously our 3-point game. And Doug is also a very good playmaker, and he battles on the boards, and within the system, he knows his job and he works hard at it.
What obviously not going to get into what you started on, but I mean, I want to get into a little bit more about how this team just sort of kept fighting back. And it was in a situation that was down 10, down 15, starting to,
Well, there's sometimes, when you have difficult challenges, it's easy to drop your head and just say, hey, it's not our night. But our guys don't do that. They second unit battled their butts off in the second half. That last 4 or 5 minute stretch, the first unit came back in there and they were defiant about, hanging in the game. And then, at a certain point, you got to play absolutely perfectly. And that was going to be very, very, very difficult. But the level of fight is something that, we can continue to build on.
Yeah, I mean, just easy points. Just being aggressive, continue attacking the paint. That's when we're at our best, when we attack the paint. Yeah, just try to do that.
You've talked a lot about this team figuring out what you can do and understanding that you can get that bucket down there. But did this feel like the best sort of synergy you had?
No, I mean, obviously you can look at the shots, but like, oh, you took that many shots, but I think like just the way the game was going, it just felt natural, and I think that again, like it's gonna continue to feel like that, and for me, like it's just about scoring, like I can play make, I can do a lot of things, so I just want us to continue the natural flow of the game, but also understand that like what I'm able to do out there.
I guess at what point and how did you figure out that was going to be there?
Just again, we was down, obviously, some calls out there, questionable stuff, but we're just trying to get back into the game. I think, for me, it was just like just trying to get back into the game, trying to attack the paint as much as I can. To me, I just felt like, again, every time down the floor, I can always do that. If it's not open, I can always make the right play,
What impressed you about just the way this team fought back overall?
Yeah, obviously I thought, we fought hard. Like, I think everyone played hard. It's tough, a couple of calls here and there, like the game, get away from us a little bit. We're down like 17, we got to claw back, but there's no quit on our team, So we got guys that they want to fight out there, and it's always good to have that, and we're going to need that, as we continue to get into the end of the season and into the playoffs. So it's going to be important.
Beyond just the points that you're able to get when you're able to be physical and get buckets in there, how much do you think it sort of energizes this group?
I think it's needed. Like on both sides. Like whenever I'm out there, guarding, blocking shots, doing whatever, rebounding, like that always help our team. So I got to try to do that more. And I think like I said, it feels like I've been here for a while, but it's a learning experience. We're gonna learn. We're gonna continue to get better, and I think we're gonna get better for sure.
You obviously had to pick up LeBron after Aaron got his fouls, and also after you got hurt. What were you just trying to do in that assignment? You feel like you did well?
Yeah, make it hard on him. Obviously we know who he is, so just trying to make it hard, without fouling, and just stay connected on defense as a group.
I thought we did a good job. The game obviously got away in the third quarter. I thought we did a good job fighting back to get into it. I mean, they shot a lot of free throws, and it's tough to, when they're shooting that many free throws, they control the pace, like we like to play up and down like we did in the first quarter. But when the game's being stopped, a lot of free throws being shot. That's really been the story of both games we've played, that they've dictated the pace because there's just been so many free throw shots. So, we just got to do a better job of, not fouling, playing through that, and doing what we can.
I guess how hard are they particularly of all teams to guard when that's how it's going, when it's Anthony Davis and it's LeBron James?
Yeah, I mean, those are two of the best players to ever touch a basketball, So obviously those two guys getting downhill, they're tough coverage for anybody. But yeah, I think he shot 43 free throws today. In the first game, I think it was 35. So, I mean, you tell me what you're supposed to do when a team shoots that many free throws. I don't really know. But we're just, trying to figure it out. I mean, obviously there's a lot of things we could do better. I could play a lot better. A rough night for me. But I think we could do a better job of, just trying to play, playing through that when that's happening. Obviously the games the way they've been officiated the last couple weeks, there's been a lot more. You can get away with a lot more, and that's how it started. And it's not how the game continued on. So, so we got to play through whatever's thrown at us.
Pascal obviously goes off for 36. You got to be 19 in that third to get you guys back in it. Just first, how important was he, and how is this another example of how he's changed what you guys can do?
Yeah, he's been really big for us. Just being able to score, facilitate, just adds a new element to our team that I think these guys haven't seen before, and other teams haven't seen that haven't played us with him yet. He did a really good job today of, keeping defenses honest, getting downhill, getting to the rim. I thought there was a lot of contact at the rim for him, but he didn't. I don't know how many free throws he shot, but felt like he should have shot a lot more. So he's just doing a good job of getting downhill and being him.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say Pascal's always been a special player in Toronto, but why is the fit him so well, and why do you think he's been able to be so consistent?
I think he just fits the way we play. I think that we've done a good job of not changing the way we play to the way that he's accustomed to playing. You know what I mean? Like, he's more of a post guy, ISO guy. Like, we didn't have that element before, and we've done a good job of implementing that into what we already do at playing at such a high pace. So I think the match has fit really well, and it's just ever growing that we just keep changing things, and then how can we maximize that?
Yeah, Rick said before the game that as a coaching staff they've also made some tweaks on how everything's featured. What's jumped out to you with what that has entailed?
Yeah, I think just when the game slows down, he just adds a complete different element to the game. If I don't have it going, or we like to match up there better, we can go to him and he can make plays.
You talked about your own performance earlier. I mean, you just didn't take a whole lot of shots.
Yeah.
How much was that them? Was it a lot of the same stuff they did in Vegas, or is it something different in terms of how they handled you?
Nah, I mean, kudos to them. They're a good team. They got good defenders. I thought Dinwiddie was good. Reddish was good again. But I feel like it was more on me than anything, just not making shots. That happens over the course of the season. Obviously, we've been in a struggle, so it's nothing new. Great thing is we play tomorrow. So, yeah.
How big was Big and Doug going? I mean, how important is that for you guys, just to add that element since
good.
Hasn't got to play a lot?
Good to see his shots go in. I think that's a kind of a sigh of relief for him because he works so hard and he is such a great shooter. And it's good to see some shots go in for him. And I have a feeling that's going to continue for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right. I'll be all right.
Okay. All right, fair. Well, obviously LeBron's obviously difficult to sign. You feel like you did well for the most part. It seemed like you obviously, kept him from getting going for a long time there. So would you feel like you were able to do well in that matchup?
I mean, be physical with him, get underneath him, try to mix up what he sees coming off pick and rolls, whether it's going over, going under. With the help of a shot blocker like Miles, it makes his reads at the rim more difficult. So just kind of not giving him the same thing, making sure that he thinks the game,
Right. What's the say for this group, just the way you guys came back in this one? And I think Rick obviously mentioned that there was a lot to overcome in this one. I won't make you talk about that, but what was it like for this group to just fight through? What impressed you about how you guys handled it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the resilience of this group. Shows how we can, we can go on these great runs. We just got to put them together earlier and not put ourselves in that kind of deficit. So.
What Pascal obviously has 36. Obviously, it seemed like you guys were able to really just feed him all night for buckets. I mean, what impressed you about him tonight in particular? How do you think he's kind of changed what you guys can do as an offense, and how do you think he's kind of changed the geometry of this team?
I've said it before, like whenever our offense gets stagnant, he's a guy that we can just throw the ball to, you know, whether it's the elbow or the post, and kind of he can, you know, break things loose and get the ball going, break the seal off the basket a little bit. So he's huge. Yeah.
How big was it to get some shots from Doug McDermott? Obviously, he's obviously been hurt, hasn't had a lot of time to really play with his team. It's how helpful it would be if you can get him going like that.
I mean, that's just Doug being Doug. Like you said, like we have a guy like Doug who's one of the best three-point shooters, who's, you know, touched the basketball. Like it's nothing but helpful for our team. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, with shooting, there's going to be some weird pockets every once in a while. I wasn't shooting it great, but I knew every time I shoot the ball, it's got a chance of going in, so just got to keep that belief and just keep firing away. These guys are so unselfish, and they're finding me well tonight, and, you know, they'll fall.
What's it like just to find your rhythm after the injury, just working your way back in? What's that process been like?
Yeah, it's tough. You know, the wind is definitely still not quite there. You know, he's kind of got to play through that, get the legs back. But obviously tonight was a step in the right direction, and just got to continue to trust my body and keep working through this process of getting fully back.
You guys obviously had to come back from a lot, had to deal with a lot tonight. What impressed you about just the fight of this group?
Yeah, I mean, we're resilient. You know we always have a chance to win. Obviously, got kind of wild down the stretch. I made a mistake there the last play, but you know, we don't want to put ourselves in that position to begin with. We got to play better defense. I don't know how many scored 150 on us tonight, so we just got to do a better job defensively, and we know we have an elite offense and we can score on anyone.
What impressed you about just Pascal? I mean, I think he had 19 in the third. You guys are throwing into him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bucket getter. When you give it to him the ball, he's got a high chance of scoring. So just got to continue to find him, play off of him, be able to space the floor for him, and you know, he'll go to work.